partner of the NFL. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus in President, Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is now withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Look at you. Your life is under control. Errands done. Groceries, got them. Be proud of yourself. It's time to give yourself a reward. You know you've been waiting all day for your favorite tasty cake treat, but which one? There's so many great choices. Is it the delicious crimpet or the mouth-watering candy cake? Maybe it's the tasty baked pie. No matter what you choose or where you are, it's always time for a tasty cake. So choose what feels right and enjoy. You've earned it, and you know you deserve it. Tasty cake, accept no substitutes.
Day and night, PGW puts our energy into keeping you safe at home. PGW's 24/7 safety monitoring, infrastructure upgrades, and industry expertise help to deliver the essential energy you rely on and trust. And every mile of infrastructure we upgrade keeps energy delivery in Philadelphia more clean and more affordable. When you see us in your neighborhood, we're working harder than ever to stay on schedule and continue the work of keeping you safe at home. Remember, natural gas smells on purpose. Smell us? Tell us. PGW.
Don't you just love the cooler months of fall?
Only until we have to turn the heat on. That old furnace sounds like money falling right out of our pockets. We really need a more efficient HVAC system.
This fall, don't let your money fall faster than the leaves. For a limited time, Carrier is offering up to $2,200 off qualified energy-saving home comfort systems and financing to fit any budget. Visit nopaycarrier.com to find a dealer near you. Carrier, turn to the experts. Financing subject to credit approval.
Did you know that Wendy's has any size soft drinks for just $1? Yeah, any size, anytime. Like $1 Coke, $1 Sprite, or even $1 strawberry Fanta. Okay, could we maybe switch up the sound effect, please? 'Cause I'm losing it. Wow, no, not that. Any size soft drink for just $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
All right. When it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
This is Zach Gelb with Fantasy Sportsman. It's sponsored by Wendy's Any Size Soft Drink for $1. Following the Jets' victory against the Texans, I heard many Jets fans lay out a path to make the playoffs. Really, at 3-6 and being the biggest joke in the NFL, we had Jets fans assuming they had gimme games on their schedule. Yesterday, the Jets lost to the Cardinals by a score of 31-6, and Gang Green is now 3-7 on the season and showed you once again why the 2024 Jets are one of the most overrated teams in NFL history. I'm Zach Gelb.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia, powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. Sports Radio 94 WIP. An Odyssey sports station. This is the Players Lounge on your home for Eagles football. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Welcome back, Sports Radio 94 at WIP. It is the Chickies and Pete's Players Lounge. We're in Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. Come on out. It's the #1 sports bar in North America. It's also the official sports bar of our 7-2 first place Philadelphia Eagles. Right? We are in the Players Lounge. I am your host, Ike Reese. I got my teammate, longtime teammate, Hugh Douglas, Eagles Hall of Famer, joining me.
Hello.
And the beat writer that we all need. He's back from doing the Texas two-step.
Fresh off the plane.
Fresh off the plane.
What, you just got here?
Elliott Short Parks. What's up, ESP?
Man, we've been teammates for a while, too, now.
Well, yeah, you're right. But
Yeah.
Well, we're co-workers.
Yeah,
now.
co-worker. I consider you a teammate. Yeah, we're all teammates up here.
Yeah, we're teammates.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're all teammates, but also there's a line between me and Hugh and you.
I don't see that line, but
I like-
you're welcome to see it. Yeah.
I like how you like to keep it in perspective.
yeah.
Hey, don't get it twisted.
We're all teammates, though.
Exactly.
All right. We're all on the same. We're all on the same team.
We're all athletes that are teammates.
Yeah,
in different ways. Yeah.
Athletes.
All right, so let's dive into this game from yesterday. 7-2. Listen, Eagles go down there, take care of business. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, but Dallas, even when they had an opportunity to sort of pose a threat, they couldn't muster up a touchdown. They only kicked field goals.
Mm-hmm.
And true good teams, usually when you don't take advantage of their miscues early, they make you pay for it. And that's what happened to the Eagles. They woke up and they didn't look back. They didn't look back. Once they went up 14-6, Dallas didn't score the rest of the game.
Yeah, I feel like most weeks when we start this, it's either starting with Nick or Jalen.
Yep.
I think tonight,
talk to me.
You have to start with the defense.
Talk to me.
I mean,
Come on, Hugh.
The defense was unbelievable, and what they've put together these past few weeks. So they're giving up right around, I think, 12 points a game over the last 5 games. That's something the 2022 team and the 2017 team never did. So what you saw yesterday, for me, my biggest takeaway was this team has a defense not only that's good, we know they're good, but you can believe in them. And to your point yesterday, the game, once it was over, it felt like it was a blowout. But it was a close game going into halftime.
Yeah.
Before they forced that
one
turnover.
score.
Yep. Jalen with the 2 turnovers again, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But off of those 2 turnovers, the defense allowed 3 points, and 3 of them weren't even real points because they get the ball at the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
So you basically count that as a victory for the defense. So
No doubt.
all over the field, I thought the defense, they gave Dallas no life. They gave them no chance. And that's exactly what the Eagles needed yesterday. They needed to go into Dallas and make it so that early on, it was clear Dallas didn't have a shot. And the offense didn't do their part early, but the defense definitely did. And the defense got the offense some rest in the fourth quarter.
I thought it was a defensive win yesterday.
Without question.
I really did. I thought that's how good they played yesterday. When I come away from that game, that's the first thing that stands out to me is how dominant they were as a unit. They're exciting. It's a mostly homegrown defense, right? So now we have guys that we've drafted. They're developing them, and they have 3 or 4 more years to sort of play together and really put together something that could be special. That the play, when Hugh was our premier pass rusher during his time here, those defenses that we had then, that I was fortunate enough to be a contributor to, that's what we have an opportunity to do. We have an opportunity to do something like that. Listen, we don't have a Brian Dawkins on this team, 5-time cornerback. I compare Quinyon Mitchell to Troy Vincent, so he could have that type of career. I like what Zach Bond is doing right now. He's not Jeremiah Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter was a different type of player.
Yes.
Than what Zach Bond is. So I'm not saying they have to be identical to what we were, but they have an opportunity to finally have an identity as a unit. We haven't had an identity as a defensive unit over a period of time since Hugh and I were playing here. I keep mentioning my brother Hugh because I want to bring him in because he's one who, I don't know if he's still under the impression that defense is a luxury, but I'm hoping, Hugh, that you're starting to see how much of a benefit it is to the overall team success when you play defense at this level. Talk to me, Hugh.
I'm down this hill. I mean, they are playing well.
It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it.
They are playing well. And you know what? It's funny because what I went through yesterday was the fact that, looking at this team play and how they were playing, I thought to myself, so we made a little wager on the midday show where, if they started playing well and they held teams to 17 points average, that I would shave. And you know what? Yesterday,
shave your beard.
Shave my beard. Would it say shave like I'm a Yeti or something? But no, the point that I'm making is this: when they were playing, I'll never root for the Dallas Cowboys to win. I was rooting for a touchdown, though, just one. Especially when they gave it to them on the one. I just wanted one. That's all I needed. That's all I need.
Hugh,
because I'm a betting man now. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me cook.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But the way they were playing yesterday,
yeah,
I'm okay with shaving because it looks like that's probably what I'm gonna be doing for real.
What I like about this defense, and Ike, you touched on it, and it really was too like my biggest takeaway from watching this team this year. Think about this group of players, like the offense. Not to take anything away from the offense, but the offense is filled with proven Pro Bowl high-level players. Like their identity on offense is special players, and they are a unit. They play together, but to an extent, they're a bit more individualistic, if that word's correct, than the defense.
It's not, but it's okay.
But you know what I mean? Like AJ makes his special plays.
You got more ballers on the offensive side.
To me, what I think is special about this defense, and you use the word unit, and I think it's just the perfect way to describe them. You look all across the field. Quinion fell in the draft. Cooper fell in the draft. Jalen Carter fell in the draft. N'Kobe fell in the draft. Nolan Smith fell in the draft. Nobody wanted to sign Zach Bond. CJ Gardner-Johnson thinks he's underrated. Reed Blankenship was undrafted. They are filled with players that feel like they have something to prove. They're not yet viewed as special talents in the league. Jalen Carter and Quinion are probably the closest they have right now. But what makes them a good team is they play together. Like that is why they're a good defense. It's not an edge rusher making a special play that saves everybody. Quinion's obviously awesome, but Quinion's great because, the whole back four is playing really well. The linebackers have been awesome. And Vic Fangio deserves a ton of credit. I've been critical of Vic, especially early on. We had this debate, the Devin White debate, the Bryce Huff debate. Yeah. He was right.
Got a sack yesterday. Got a sack yesterday.
He did get a sack yesterday.
It was Reggie White-esque.
Devin White got a snap with the Texans, so it's the same thing. Yeah. But what's impressive to me about the defense is their togetherness. Like, I think that's what makes them special. And you bring up, the defense you guys played on.
Yeah.
And you'll have to let me know this, but like you guys all came in together a bit unproven as well. If I'm not mistaken,
we're a bunch
right?
of island of misfits.
Exactly.
And by the way, we were brought in by Ray Rhodes. So it wasn't Andy that brought the majority of us in early. And so the Hugh was obviously traded here. But the guys like the Troy Vincents and the Bobby Taylor.
Bobby was drafted.
Al was a cast off. Was drafted.
A cast off.
Al Harris came as a undrafted second-year player out of Tampa. He came his second year. And
Troy came from Miami.
Yep, I think that was Ray Rhodes' first free agent.
Trot was drafted. You and Trot came in the same
came
year.
in together.
But were any of them first-round picks? I'm trying to think.
Corey Simon was
What'd
drafted.
you say?
Corey was a first-round pick.
Yeah, Corey was a first-round pick.
And then the best thing is when we got to 2002, they went to the youth movement in the secondary and drafted Lito, Sheldon, and Michael Lewis.
Yeah, I forgot about Mike. Yeah.
So, those are guys. Corey Simon was here. Mike Patterson, Broderick Bunkley, like those are players that the defense under Jim Johnson, like Jim Johnson wanted to draft a lot of his own players.
Yeah.
And had his defense under. And I think that was our best sustained defensive football. There's something to having guys you draft and develop and can grow. Yeah, we won a Super Bowl bringing in a few mercenaries, guys that are veterans from other teams, and that's great. But those are stopgaps. It's hard to build a sustained defense like that when your defense has the majority of those type of players. Luckily, we had a Brandon Graham and a Fletcher Cox as sort of guys
in 2017. But Malcolm wasn't drafted
and they were drafted, and all those other guys weren't.
Yeah, and I just think from being around the team, and we'll ask Jordan about this when he comes up, but even when we get defensive guys on, I just sense a bond with the defensive guys that is unique to me. Like Cooper and Quinion, their lockers are next to each other. You see them talking all the time. Chauncey, for all the talk about what he could bring, to this team, I do think he has brought that. Like he has. You see him in the locker room. He's a loud one making all the jokes. In the post-game videos, he's always the one, in the picture yesterday, he's laying on the floor. Like I just think this defense has something special as a unit. And they've built that over the training camp, the Rocky start to the season.
Man.
Yeah, and now they're playing together as a unit. Like it's not they have great players, but they're good because they play together. And to your point, like that feels more sustainable to me because they do feel like they were drafted here and they're going to be here than we've had in a defense for a really long time.
Yep. The Georgia boys are starting to come through.
Yeah, well, half of them played together in college, so I guess that probably helps.
No, it certainly does. But I mean, just the fact that they are actually starting to look like players. I had questions about everyone except for Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Nolan's been better.
Nolan has been much better over the last month.
Nakobe's been awesome.
Nakobe has been better this year. He's starting to look like the player he looked like
when he was at Georgia. And
right?
I'll tell you
I need a little more out of Jordan Davis.
A little bit.
But you can't hit on everybody.
And as long as they're winning, it's not as big of a deal if he isn't contributing as much, too. If he's giving you 15 good snaps against the run, like the pick has already been spent. It is what it is. He was a first-round pick. But if he gives you 15 good snaps against the run every week, like that's a contributing good player on the team.
And he seems like he's a good vibe in the locker room.
100%.
Yeah. And another thing I think that's happening is that they're comfortable in what Coach Fangio is calling. He's found, I think it took him a couple weeks to figure out what pieces fit and can do what exactly it is that they want them to do. You know, because even though he only had a handful of snaps, you know, there was a Bryce Huff. I know everybody's saying, oh, here you go with Bryce Huff. But no, he found the role where, you know, he was able to get a sack. He made a sack, man. And I think that, you know, as far as the type of outside linebackers that he wants on his team, he doesn't fit that.
Well, here's the thing, Hugh, and I'll say this. Elliot just said it perfectly. The money is already spent.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So he's here.
The hay's in the barn.
So what you have to do is hope he continues to get better.
That's it.
And I know he was uncomfortable playing sort of the role they wanted him to, but you would have to hope the longer that he's here, meaning through this year, he's going to have the ability to understand and learn what they expect. And so then some of that other natural ability can become instinctual versus him being out there trying to think and playing robotic at times.
So of the 12 snaps he played yesterday, almost all of them were third downs or obvious passing downs. It was like a 2nd and 16, a 2nd and 10. So to your point, he's not going to be somebody that plays the role they thought. He's not going to be a 3-down player. He's not going to be a stand-up edge rusher. But he got 10.5 sacks last year with the Jets doing what they're going to have him do the rest of the year. And for what it's worth, like the last 5 games, he has, I think, 3 times as many hits, hurries, and sacks as he did the first 4 games. So
we didn't even see him the first 4 games.
I
didn't know he did anything.
No, dude, he was out. Hey, dude, he was out there getting engulfed.
Yeah, and
engulfed.
The other thing I'll say about the defense too, we spend a lot of time talking about the pass rush, right? So many years with this team, it's been they're as good as the pass rush. The pass rush has to be good. The pass rush has to be good. Well, part of that is because they didn't have the talent in the secondary they do now. So one thing I probably underestimated, and I think we're seeing come to fruition, is with the back 4 and really the back 7, if you want to include the linebackers. But at the level they're playing, they don't need the like elite stud line that they have had to have in the past because the back 7 is playing so well. It's helping the front 4 be more impactful against the quarterback.
Sack by committee, man.
Yes, sir. And we blitz our linebackers a lot.
Yeah. They found their sweet spot, and the offense is starting to put together some drives that score a lot of points. And this team is starting to look like I thought they would look towards the beginning of the season because they're dropping 30. They're starting to drop 30 on teams.
Yeah, offense is starting to pick up. And listen, that's actually going to help that defense even more because it makes the opposing team's offense one-dimensional. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get the star of the show. He'll be in joining us. Jordan Mailata is in the building. Got to talk to Jordan.
Get some breaking news on the players.
His window has been open.
He's a full participant today in a non-existent walkthrough.
Yeah, that's awesome. Didn't do a damn thing.
I know I was so confused earlier when I saw that.
It was an estimate of what they would do in the practice if they had a walkthrough.
No, you know what? When I heard it, I was like, "Oh, he practiced," but then I was like, "Oh, they don't practice today."
Yeah, they ain't do nothing today.
But he was full.
But they thought it was necessary to put that injury report out.
Yeah, well, I'm sure after Friday, I'm sure they'll be very, very specific on how they handle this injury report.
I wasn't going to go there. All right, we'll come back. Break down some more of this game. Elliott Shore Parks, Hugh Douglas, Jordan Mailata is coming up next. Come on down, man. We're at Chickie's and Pete's in South Philly, right here on 94 WIP.
Midway through the season, it's time to discuss the state of the birds. It's Sports Radio 94, WIP's Birds at the Half. Join us at Chickie's and Pete's, South Philly, as we talk Eagles expectations as they approach the stretch run. Celebrity bartending with WIP hosts from 6 to 8 to benefit the Travis Mannion Foundation. Plus, an appearance from Eagles All-Pro Lane Johnson. 94 WIP's Birds Birds at the Half. Live all day at Chickie's and Pete's in South Philly. Wednesday, November 20th. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Know what's below, because even minor excavation projects like installing a mailbox, building a patio, or putting up a fence can do major damage. Contact 811 before you dig, or visit pa1call.org to submit a locate request to have underground utilities marked.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
I had the ring already. She had made it very clear what kind of ring she wanted. Yep. I pretended that I was going to kneel and picked up a pine cone instead of pulling out a ring.
What a jerk. But when I saw that ring, I was like, oh, he did good.
I really love Amy. I really, really genuinely love Amy.
I love you too.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I'm Jalen Hurst here for Window Nation. If you're a fan of saving money, listen up.
Right now at Window Nation, save 50% on all window styles, plus 0 interest for 5 years. Hurry, sale ends November 30th. Call Window Nation today to schedule your fast, free, in-home estimate or visit windownation.com.
Don't pay more than you have to for new windows. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Hey, sports fans, feel the rush of football action with BetMGM. We're giving you an odds boost for any pro football wager this season. Just log into your BetMGM account today to receive an odds boost token. Then wager on any pro football matchup and apply your token. Just make sure to bet up to the minimum stake, odds, and legs specified on the token. If your boosted wager hits, you'll score a bigger payout. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM sports account and you'll automatically receive your odds boost token. Get ready to run up the score on your next winning pro football wager with this odds boost token. Draw up your plays for bigger thrills with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Heading to the Eagles game on Thursday? Stop by the WIP Toyota Tailgate Zone next to the Wells Fargo Center for a chance to win Eagles Dallas tickets. Thanks to your local tri-state Toyota dealers. Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL.
People ask, is PNC just a boring bank? Well, that depends. Is starting a business boring, or being the first person in your family to go to college? For nearly 160 years, they've done the hard and occasionally boring work of banking to deliver brilliant results for their clients. To see what boring banking can do for you, stop into any of their local branches right here in the greater Philadelphia community. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Just like our offensive line protects our star quarterback, plumbers protect the health of the nation. And Philadelphia Plumbers Union Local 690 is no different. In hospitals, commercial, industrial, and residential, with the best trained plumbers in the world, you can be sure your project is done on time and on budget, no matter how big or small. So when your business needs to build new or expand existing facilities, you can count on the members of Plumbers Union Local 690. Visit plumbers690.org.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Back to the Players Lounge. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Welcome back, Sports Radio 94 WIP. It is the Chickies and Pete's Players Lounge. We're at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. I don't want a problem with Hove.
I thought you were just going to let that play. So.
I was for a minute,
Yeah.
but I had to let it breathe. Elliott Short Parks, Hugh Douglas is in the house, and now joining us, the star of the show, Eagles left tackle Jordan Mailata is in the building.
LTIR.
Hey, clap it up! I said Jordan Mailata's in the building.
LTIR.
Oh, please hold the applause.
Yes,
that's too much. Thank you.
Hey, FP today too.
I saw the FP. Hold up.
FP.
Almost
I
forgot
caught that first practice.
Victory! Do you want a victory? There we go. Felt like I had to do that because I got to keep the good mojo going. All right, we got to what?
I mean, you missed it last week. I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to say anything, but you missed it last week.
You missed victory?
Yes, you did.
I thought he said
No, you missed it last week.
Hold
We
on,
can
what
roll
do
the
you-
tape back if you want,
Oh,
but it's okay.
Man.
I wasn't
Wait,
paying
you didn't do
attention.
it. I think you did it at the start of the show. I think Jordan wasn't here.
I wasn't here when you did it.
Yeah, you did it right. You did do it at the start.
Oh, you know what it was?
Yeah.
You usually do it when
You, Elliot.
Yes,
you
this is
forced
me.
me to do it earlier, and I said,
I apologize.
As normal, it's Elliot's fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know we're not supposed to do it until he's actually sitting here, so he can actually hear it himself.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay.
Donovan chest pad on that
Donovan
one.
chest pad on that.
Yeah.
Well, we got to start off the show with how you feeling.
I'm feeling great.
Feeling good.
How was your first practice?
My first practice today was really, really easy.
So, yeah, so
but
we saw that. Not
hey
much.
man, you at least you were out there.
We saw
I mean,
that.
we're happy about that.
So the window has been open.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to put you in the position. Coach already talked about it earlier.
Oh, he
today.
did?
He did.
Oh, nice. What did he say?
He didn't make any
I
proclamations.
bet you can guess what he said.
Yeah. So
Did he say like the rent is due or something?
No, he just basically
Yeah,
said
yeah.
we'll see later in the week whether
yeah.
or not you'll be able to go. But he did say there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. We're just trying to open up the window and see how the hammy's doing, especially now that I can actually go against somebody.
Okay.
So this on-air stuff has been great, but you guys know it's different when you have someone else pushing against you. So we'll see how it goes. There's a chance. There may not be a chance, but I'm excited that there's a chance.
You sound like you're excited.
Well, it sounds like you're close either
Well,
way.
I'm tired of sitting on the couch, guys. That's what
Right?
that's what it
Yeah,
is. I'm
that's
tired
a
of sitting on
lone-
the couch.
that's a
I didn't get
lonely
to go
spot to
to the
be
game
in.
on Sunday
Oh, they didn't take you?
because I was rehabbing.
Oh,
So we
okay.
could open
Getting
this
ready
window.
to play. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is an important time for you, bro.
How was rehab? I know you've had injuries, obviously other parts, but you've never rehabbed a hamstring for a month. Like, was it what you expected? Was it more difficult? Just how was the last month been for you?
It wasn't what I expected. First time rehabbing it. Just with the trainers that we have, amazing guys, amazing girls. Yes, I kind of sounded like, oh my
No,
God.
you
didn't
got
I?
to make sure you include
Right,
everybody.
sorry.
Yes. Yep.
Sorry. But yeah, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into with the rehab, not having any history with it. So just trusting whatever the trainers were telling me to do and doing it to the best I could with whatever range I had every week that I was progressing. It's been a great 4 weeks, just trying to rebuild the strength in it, trying to get the range back in it. So pretty excited.
I've heard players say with hamstrings that the tough part is you probably feel like you're ready earlier than you really are because it's an injury that you can you feel ready earlier. Did you have that moment? Like, have you felt like you've been ready to go and now, or?
Well, yes, it kind of felt like that probably last week during the Dallas weeks. Like it was, I was getting to the point where I felt that level of confidence, but I'm one to be where your feet are at. So, tomorrow's practice is going to be fun.
Yeah, we guys got till mid-February, so.
What, to get healthy?
No, to play.
Oh, to play.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We got ways to
Sorry,
You got a long
I'm trying
season
to play now, mate.
Yeah, I
So,
feel you.
go. Yeah. Well, yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah.
No, I'm saying he's got to have
But
the long season in mind.
No,
is what I'm
I
saying.
agree
Yeah.
that there is that level of confidence where you can be too overconfident, which is why I trust our trainers that they'll look after, especially protect me from myself. But again, these hamstring things, only very athletic people get them. So
yes,
Yeah, I caught that.
Well, listen. let's be serious, right? You the team has won 5 in a row. You want to join the fun? You want to be out there?
You want to be a part of the fun?
I want to be a part of that too, right? You want to be a part of that?
I do want to be a part.
There's
of
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Freddie's been doing a great job. The boys have been holding it down.
Yeah.
Very dominant performances.
Yeah, I tell you, how do you stay sort of mentally in tune at your position and what's going on when you're not able to do it physically out there?
Yeah, going to the meetings, the in-store meetings, going to the practice review meetings, and then being out there for practice itself, having to get the script.
Yeah.
Just try and stand behind the offense and try and make the calls in your head. Just getting
sort of envisioning yourself what you would be doing on that
mental.
play.
What they call those mental reps. Those mental reps.
Well, you had one of those. You had one of those injuries early.
Hamstring?
In your career.
You sound so surprised.
Hamstring? I just said only athletic people get it.
No, you know what?
He had something worse than
that. I banged my knee up. Remember when I banged my knee up?
It's not the same.
And I didn't. Yeah, it's not the same. And it was more. It was. I feel the heat. No, but it was more one of those things where I didn't practice during the week. And as far as mental reps concerned, my job was see ball, get ball.
Right.
So it wasn't really that. You know what I mean? It wasn't like what he has to do. Because I got to think that as an offensive lineman, like even though you're taking those mental reps, I mean, how confident are you that you're completely healed? Because like you said, hamstrings, man, and plus, if I'm not mistaken, you've never had one before. How much do you think you're going to take that part of it into the game when you do get back out there?
I don't know. Let me go talk to my therapist and see how much of
No,
this
I'm
is a
saying-
mental thing.
No,
I need to see if this is a mental thing or physical thing. And
No,
tomorrow
you're right.
I'm going to find out if
Well,
it's a
that's
physical
right.
thing.
You're right. Yeah. But
But then in the game, it's a mental thing.
But even in practice, you're not. It's not going to
Well,
be.
it's not that game.
Well,
Yeah.
when I'm getting mental reps in practice, my hamstring is the last thing on my mind. Because I'm really just engaged and trying to hear what Cam's calling. And then, just me, myself, and I back there. I'm off the field, just saying, okay, yeah, this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, do you have a rehabbing partner? Somebody with you?
Just me.
Just you. Yeah.
Lonely Island.
And it's probably a good thing in some way.
I'm used to that.
Yeah,
Well, because Goddard is back now. He probably was with you.
Gotti was with me for the first 2 weeks.
Right? Yeah. So Goddard is back now.
His one wasn't as severe. Just want to make that clear. His one
Yeah.
wasn't as severe.
Well, the team seemed like it's started to get pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Right. You guys have gone through everybody has injuries throughout the year, so no one's going to feel sorry for the Eagles when somebody goes down.
Right.
But sometimes injuries can sort of just derail your season. I like the fact, AJ's missed 4 games.
Yep.
Goddard's missed some time.
And at the same time,
at
too.
the same time,
Devontae, Lane.
Then your left tackle
Yeah.
goes out. Like, we've had some injuries at some real key positions.
Makai missed a game, if I'm not mistaken.
Makai missed a game.
Yeah, I missed the game.
And we've been able to sort of still hang in there. Like, so that to me says a lot about the depth on the team, guys, and the coaching. Because when you have the coach backups going in there, there's obviously going to be a little bit of a drop off. But as long as it doesn't affect the overall success of the team, to where it keeps you from winning, man, that shows you how deep the team is.
Yeah, I've said this in the past. It starts with the coaching, starts with the detail, and mentioned how after the bye week, the coaches were very adamant on the detail and fine tuning that. But then also giving the guys, our backups, quality reps. Then it begins with the scout team. And the scout team giving us the looks, giving us effort.
Right.
Not half-assing the play because that's not going to help us.
Yeah.
We even have a practice squad grading sheet that Connor Bowen
I
grades
like
everything,
that. I like that.
And that's something that the guys, they take pride in. And then, the Thursday practice, sometimes, especially for the O-line, and maybe that's why we're so successful with just our backups coming in, is that they get the reps too. So like we're on a reduction.
Yeah.
We get the starters will get a reduction, and then have the guys come in like Steen, Fred, DK, Brett Toth, and Nick Gates, Jack Driscoll. They come in. They make sure they have to run the plays that we want to run in the game. And so if we want to run the ball, we need to have an efficient Thursday practice.
Certain look, yeah.
Otherwise, if it looks bad in practice, we're probably not going to call that run. So
here's the question I have for you. How much different is the attention to detail this year as opposed to what it was like last year?
I would say, do you want a percentage-wise?
Well, you know, I mean, just whatever you're comfortable with giving me. Like, how do you want to set it up?
I think the difference is the detail. You know, so not just like when you're making a tackle, how do you say you got to make this tackle here, all right? And then talking about gang tackling, you know, pursuit angles, and how. This is just an example, and how, like, okay, if you miss this tackle, then you want to be sure to be aiming this way to force him back this way.
I see you say force him back to the
Force
sharks.
him back to where the pursuit is coming.
Yeah.
You know, like those minor details in every position group, not just the defense, even the offensive line. You know, like it's just been
So the detail in the correction.
Detail in the correction, and then the practices, man, the drills, the indie drills.
Indy.
Indy. What did I say?
Individual.
No. When he said Indy, I was thinking like Indy 500, like NASCAR, like fast.
Dude.
Hey, man, are you a football player?
Yeah, what is going on over there?
When he said Indy drills, I was thinking, because you know how when we used to practice,
fair enough. You know, I'm from a different country. You're right.
No, it's like when we used to practice, fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was thinking, like my thought was
Okay,
thinking fast, like
Oh,
fast,
like speed.
speed details. You know, do it at speed. That's what I was.
Like a
See,
NASCAR package.
Y'all owe me an apology.
I don't know an
apologize
apology
sincerely.
because clearly indie drills is individual.
I didn't think about that way. That don't necessarily mean that.
I do want to ask
It's
you
just
though.
today's lingo.
It is a unique week to come back just because you are on a short week, right? So how are you, if you do play this week, but either way, you'll be preparing to play. How do you go about preparing to play when you haven't practiced for a few weeks? And then this week, it's obviously a unique schedule where it'll be mostly walkthroughs. Nick said you guys might have something later in the week where you do a little more physical stuff, but like, how do you, what's your game plan with that? Like, how do you feel you need to get prepared for Thursday on a week where it'll be a relatively light workload?
Well, that just depends on, again, what we're doing as a team. You know, I think walkthroughs for me have always been critical of just, you know, I don't really walk through in a walkthrough.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way I've been coached since I got here.
He's firing off the ball.
Yeah, I fire off the ball. I go. I think I'm like the only one. Me and Lane are like the only ones going.
I guess that's a good way to test the hamstring too.
So that'll be one way to test.
Okay.
How the hamstring feels, and just even technique wise, like, you know, like I've already had my chats to who I want across from me.
Okay.
You know, to really give me a good look, and so I can really test it, and you know, feel confident in hopefully playing this week. So.
Yeah. I would think with you, being able to absorb a body and being able to push and pull where you need to go.
There's no problem pushing.
Okay.
No problems pushing.
Good with that. Good with that. I tell you, I don't know how Thursday night game. To me, tomorrow is the only day you can really do anything. You don't do anything Wednesday, right?
And you don't do anything today.
You try to. That's one of those game plans, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a lot of mental.
Well, yeah, and it was you kind of put that in last week, like most of the stuff that you did.
You basically had the game plan for 2 weeks.
Yeah. You put
a lot of carryover.
You put that in last week, if I remember. And the biggest thing that I remember from that is, man, just get your rest.
Yeah,
because it's especially when you playing back-to-back division games. That was physical.
Here's what I love though. Washington is coming off a physical game themselves against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And because they're playing an offense with the weapons that we have, it's only so much they can do also in that short window.
Yeah.
So, you know, they may have to water down some stuff they're doing too.
Definitely, and take into account that they played a physical team as well.
Played a physical
and they
team.
played them down to the wire.
Yes.
Yeah,
we got some rest.
I also think just being at home on the short week is such a
That's
big
why the
advantage.
advantage is
like
there,
Washington has to travel on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they won't be sleeping at home on Wednesday night. I think that's an advantage as well.
I totally agree. All right, we got one more segment. We didn't even get a chance to talk to Jordan about yesterday's game. I'm pretty sure,
Enough said.
He was enjoying
Enough said.
that beat down in Dallas. Team sitting at 7-2 right now.
7-2.
A battle for first place coming up this Thursday at the Link against the Commanders. We'll get into that a little bit on the other side with Eagles left tackle Jordan Mailata in the Players Lounge with Hugh Douglas, Elliot Shore Parks, and yours truly right here on 94 WIP.
I'm Rhett Lewis with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs remain undefeated after blocking a Broncos potential game-winning field goal to hold on to win 16-14. Kansas City now 9-0. Russell Wilson threw 3 touchdowns as the Steelers beat the Commanders 28-27. The Bills are 8-2 after holding off the Colts 30-20. 49ers kicker Jake Moody missed 3 field goals, but made a 44-yard game winner to beat the Bucs. Jalen Hurts threw for 2 scores and ran for 2 more as the Eagles dominated the Cowboys. Kyler Murray had 3 total touchdowns in the Cardinals' 31-6 win over the Jets. The Saints stunned the Falcons 20-17 in interim head coach Darren Rizzi's debut. The Panthers beat the Giants in overtime in Munich, Germany. The Vikings held off the Jaguars 12-7. The Chargers beat the Titans 27-17. And the Patriots beat the Bears 19-3. And on Sunday night, the Lions rallied from a 16-point deficit to beat the Texans 26-23. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Did you know that Wendy's has any size soft drinks for just $1? Yeah, any size, anytime. Like $1 Coke, $1 Sprite, or even $1 strawberry Fanta. Okay, could we maybe switch up the sound effect, please? 'Cause I'm losing it. Wow, no, not that. Any size soft drink for just $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Dawn Stensland here. My friends at Piazza Premium Automobiles feature the latest luxury vehicles from today's top brands: Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Land Rover, BMW, Porsche, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, and more. Sleek new designs and innovative features with thousands of new and certified pre-owned vehicles available across Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey. Piazza Premium Automobiles stands out. Visit PiazzaPremiumAutos.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Reed Blankenship from the Philadelphia Eagles here. Technology has made a huge difference for our team. It's also made a huge difference for my other favorite team, Dudette Dental Group, official dentist of the Eagles. Dudette Dental Group has the most advanced technology, like the Yomi, a robot-assisted implant machine that creates precise placement of your implant, or the Ray Phase, a 3D scanner of your face to help you create the smile you want. Smile like the birds. Visit Dudette Dental Group at PhiladelphiaEaglesDentist.com.
Hey, Judah Camry here. What a wild time in Philadelphia sports as we search for a winner. Let me tell you about a team I know is a winner, and that's the squad leading the forklift industry in the Delaware Valley, the great people Andy and Brett Levin at MHS Lift. MHS Lift. From forklifts to equipment rentals to racking solutions and warehouse optimization, MHS Lift, they do it all, and they're ready to elevate your business. Call MHS Lift. Call them today at 888-MHS-LIFT or go to MHSLift.com. That's MHSLift.com.
Sticking to the fundamentals and not wavering from the game plan is a great philosophy for football and banking. And for nearly 160 years, the dedicated PNC teams are in formation to help fans receive sound and reliable, personalized financial advice to get them across the goal line. Because as they see it, a win for them is a win for the greater Philadelphia community. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The Volvo XC60 is about performance, not just on the road, but in life. With not only trunk space, but room to make memories. And with Google built in, it's about connections, not just connectivity. Where the only speed that really matters is how fast you can slow down. The Volvo XC60, performance where it matters the most. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Google Assistant is not available in certain languages and countries.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Back to the Players Lounge on your home for Eagles football. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Come on, man. What you know about this, you
about to drop a Christmas rap to this?
Yeah. Nah, I can't rap. I'm just staying in my lane. I can't rap.
There you go. You can just sing.
Welcome back to Sports Radio.
No rapping for me.
Sports Radio 94 WIP. You can do the hooks for us, though.
I only do chicken wraps.
Yeah, we're at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. And in case you didn't know, this is the official sports bar of your first place Philadelphia Eagles. Not only that, but it's also the #1 sports bar in North America. Yeah, that's what I get paid to say every week. So I'll make sure I say that every week, Jordan. When you look at the squad, man, we didn't talk much about the game yesterday.
Right.
Wasn't necessarily, and to me, it was one of those nice, quiet wins without a lot of drama. I mean, listen, we got off to a little bit of a slow start early, but I never really felt that the Cowboys were going to win that game.
Right.
And when pretty much the majority of the starters are pulled before the fourth quarter, or when the fourth quarter starts, that lets you know how dominating of a performance the team put on. And you weren't down there, you were at home watching. What sort of stood out for you on the offensive side of the ball that you saw yesterday?
I think what stood out to me was the perseverance. Shaky first quarter, really shaky first half. But then the boys stuck together, came up with the game plan adjustments. Second half, probably didn't start off the way we wanted to the second half with the 3 and out, but you just keep seeing the daily adjustments, or the game plan adjustments, sorry. And you see that in the game and come out. I mean, first and foremost, defense played lights out. That's what I saw from the tape. Defense played lights out. So
can the offense feed off of that?
100%.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, we did.
Yeah.
We did. And, we need, what was it, 5 takeaways or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost as many points as takeaways. 6 points allowed, 5 turnovers. You don't see that very often.
Hadn't heard it phrased that way today, Elliot. That's pretty damn good.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
That's why I went to college, numbers.
Dropping stats like Ruben Frank. Holy cow.
Whoa, Rube drops stats like me now. Come on.
Oh, hold on.
Rube's the GOAT. Rube's the GOAT. Yeah, Rube's the GOAT. Although the training camp stats are that's for tomorrow.
And I thought that the guys were very, very perseverant, man. Just from a keep attacking. When something's not working, find something new. And they just stuck with it, man. And you just saw it as the game went on. They just kept going, and kept chugging away.
I did want to ask you about the defense. We talk a lot about the defensive line, and I think they've improved as the season has gone on. The defense as a whole is playing great. You get to go up against these guys in practice. What is it like? I want to ask you specifically actually about Nolan Smith. I don't know how many times you get to go up against him, but he has really improved as it's gone on. What is it about Nolan that is difficult for an offensive lineman to deal with? And what are just your impressions of him as a player?
He's so long. He's got long arms, and he's like, he's a weird rusher. He can bend. He can go straight. He can run sideways if he wanted to. It's awkward.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when he's going full speed or when he's going like half speed, trying to reach your hands, and then he's very technical based, and that's why he's like that. He can put his hand on the ground and sprint, or he can just win with technique.
Well, and you can see, I think at least, the more reps he's getting, because you mentioned the technique thing, you can see him doing more and more, just winning because of technique. I think he came into the league as a raw athlete. And you mentioned like the long arms and everything, but now the confidence is there. And I think you're seeing that from a lot of the edge rushers too, as the year has gone on. I think the edge rushers have played better and better each week. Even Jalix Hunt got out there and got 25 snaps yesterday or something. So
yeah.
Have you had a chance to go up against Jalix very often? Or
Jalix is the number one scout team of the year right there.
Oh, is he?
He said number one scout team.
Number one scout team. Like if they had a Pro Bowl team for scout players,
he'd be on it.
He'd be number one pick.
What makes him so tough?
That was me. My first.
Well, you know what they say? They say iron sharpen iron.
Well, he wore 58 too.
Listen,
he wore 58 too.
That was me my first 2 or 3 years in the league, man. Scout team, I had to do scout team. And so we had that same sort of, the offense wanted, Andy wanted to make sure we gave the offense a good look. There was not going to be any half-assing over there. And for me, I looked at it like, this is my opportunity to try to show that I deserve to be playing on defense somewhere, at least something. And I never took scout team as a time to not practice hard.
Yeah.
This was my opportunity to show what I could do. That's the way. And the offense wanted it. They wanted that. So, Hugh, you're not a scout. You've never been on scout team in your life.
Yeah, I did play scout team.
When?
You played those?
Your rookie year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, initially I played on scout team.
The defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, I played on scout team. I got no love.
You weren't a good scout team player?
It was like I just got.
That's
like,
probably the last time you played scout
No,
team.
listen, dude, I had to run scout, and I would rotate in with the first team. Yeah. But to that point, because it's curious that you talked about that. What is Zach Bond? What does he look like? Because he's gotten progressively better every week that he's played. So
We didn't see this coming.
We did
did
not.
not see this coming.
So much so that
You didn't see it coming?
look at it. Well, no, I didn't see him coming.
Man.
Especially a guy who was basically a special teamer.
Well,
in
don't
New
hop
Orleans.
don't hop on the wagon now.
No, I'm just curious.
That's all we do.
You know what's funny, Jordan? To your point, I was asked a question last week. What is Zach Bond bringing to the table? And I was like, well, I didn't say flash in the pan choke artist. I didn't say that. But it was one of those things where, well, that's the complete saying, flash in the pan, choke artist.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's not saying that he's a choke artist, but just saying flash in the pan.
Yeah.
But last week, I saw it, and I was like, because we were talking about what is his contract situation, and I was like, yeah, they're gonna have to pay him. I was thinking that because I was thinking like
paid somewhere.
He about to get paid. He about to get paid because you talk about a guy who's never played the position, but looks real like every week he gets real comfortable, and that's what I'm talking about. Because initially you're looking at but then this week I was like, oh, okay.
It took Hugh 8 weeks to get on board. Hugh. It took Hugh Douglas 8
I was
weeks.
about to say, man, I knew what we was getting.
Well, hold on.
I
I got to
just
ask
saying.
you a question, Jordan.
What's that?
Because Hugh believes defense is a luxury.
Here we
it's
go.
not a necessity. So I think that's why it's taking him 8 weeks to get on board with some of the players.
And remember, he played
How do you feel
defense.
about having
Crazy.
a good defense?
Yeah.
To go back to your question,
I feel like
sidetrack.
I feel like I'm about to get attacked.
Sorry for the attack. It wasn't me. It was us. It was us. I think Zach, what you see in the game is what you get at practice. Like he's always first one to the ball.
Okay.
Just absolute effort is the first thing you see, and then when you break it down, you see the technique. You just see it.
No, I'm
He's
telling
always-
you, he's playing a lot. Like the defense as a whole, man, they're playing a lot better.
I think he starts with the coaching.
Dude, he's playing that from a stack linebacker position. And listen, Fred Warner is basically he's gonna be grandfathered into being a Pro Bowler, all pro just about every year until he can't play anymore. That's how great he is.
Must be nice.
But I'm thinking of some of
You're getting there.
I'm thinking of some of the other stack linebackers. How many of those guys are playing better than Zach Bond this year? I think he leads the league in tackles.
I mean, to your point, it will be hard for him to make it like a 1-year free agent without a name, but he is playing.
He'll make the Pro Bowl. I just don't know if he'll make first team All Pro.
He's been, Pro Football Focus has him as the best linebacker in the NFL each of the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, that's the level he's playing at. And when you watch the tape of defense, like today I watched all the Bryce Huff and Jalix Hunt snaps, and it's impossible not to notice Zach Bond. Like, he's everywhere. He's always by the ball. So, yeah, he's been an outstanding signing by Howie, for
He's
sure.
about to get paid, man. He's about to get paid.
It'll be a good test of it.
Yeah, we're gonna pay linebackers, Hugh.
Yeah, he's about to get paid, man. He about to get
You know, when they pay linebackers, you know that's not a luxury.
No, you talk. Oh, this back on me. No, listen. Defense is playing well, and I mean, you know, I'm a down this hill though, because we didn't
He's
expect
honest.
Crazy.
No, because we didn't expect this from this defense. Now, I will say this:
Yes,
it does help that the offense is starting like the offense that we thought they were going to be
Sure,
at
yeah.
the beginning of the year.
It definitely helps.
I believe that's called complimentary football.
Well,
Mike.
listen, Jordan. I ain't asked
Coach
you.
Mailata over here.
Hey, Jordan, I ain't asked you nothing.
That's complimentary football, mate.
I
love that.
And listen, I'm about to twist myself in the press and try to make this point. So I'm going to let y'all know that right now.
Yeah.
And when you look at most of the funds that have been allocated, it's been on the offensive side of the ball. Mr. Jordan Mailata. The fact that, you know, y'all making a ton of bread on that side. They didn't put that much money on the defensive side of the ball.
Hey, man, if we want to sign ZB, I'll take it back.
Yeah, you know what?
I'll tell Howie you said
I'll put on
that,
record
yeah.
right now.
I know
Cut that audio.
I know my take is ridiculous right now, especially the way the defense has been playing, but I'm comfortable in my stupidity right now.
No, I love it. And I love the fact that you're going to die on the hill with it. I love that.
When I tell you I'm watching yesterday, and Jordan, let me just say this while you're sitting here, because I said this earlier today.
Yeah.
I never root for the Cowboys to win, but I did root for them to score.
He wanted another touchdown.
Do you know why? Yeah.
Yeah, because I got this little bet going that if they can hold team, if they average 17 points or less, I have to shave
for the whole season.
For the whole season, they got to do it for the whole season. So all I needed, I didn't want them to win.
Get it.
I just wanted them to score one. I just needed one score.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, it is. It is. But
It is.
you know,
It's totally
it's not.
outrageous.
But you know what though? Like now
The
that I
damn
think
Eagles
about
Hall
it,
of Famer over
but you
there.
know, now that I think about it, it's not my fault. You know whose fault it is?
Isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
Wait a minute. Can I finish my story before y'all start
Well,
judging me?
we
'Cause
only
I'm gonna
got
tell
40
you.
seconds.
It's Ike's fault. And I'm gonna tell you why it's
That's
Ike's
the
fault.
short story there. Yeah.
Because Ike got me. He got me in the betting. And now,
You know what? I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm a competitive
I
gambler.
jumped the gun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's his fault because I be sending him my parlays.
Oh,
Well, let me wrap this. Let's wrap this up real quick.
It's his fault though.
Before you get everybody.
That's why he be sending my parlays and he be telling me how about it. So
We got Thursday night football coming up, Jordan. Want to thank Jordan Mailata for coming out tonight. Hopefully we can win. Can't wait to see you back on the field, my brother. But if it's not this Thursday, I know it'll be the week after that in Los Angeles. We got Monday Night Football coming up next right here on 94 WIP.
Go Birds.